Good morning, Brave Awakened Ones. Veronica of HigherRealmHolistics.com here. Lady V, happy Thanksgiving. It is November 22nd, 2018. And making this video that I'm not going to lie and say I'm not reluctant to make. Lately, I've been having to make videos on topics that I'm not comfortable with. But like I say, I go kicking and screaming, but I go. Okay, but I go. Had a really harrowing night starting at 11:30 last night and didn't end until 8 o'clock, 8 something this morning. And I was guided to make this video and said it's extremely important for everything I went through and everything I saw last night. So, yeah. As you could see, let me show you. Mega post-it note last night. Mega post-it notes. Okay. Now, what we're viewing right now are my Organite pyramid. I did purchase this one. It's made with copper and other metal shavings in there and lapis lazuli because of my Syrian soul connection, which is why I have the lapis lazuli. I use it for meditation and for healing work and for my general protection and well-being also. I just have it here because I have it right just to show you, so I won't have to go running around to show you this. This, I'm sure, looks familiar to many people. Cable box and Wi-Fi box, right? Modem and everything. And this is my makeshift Organite tower that I had to put together after I had that cyber attack that took out my computer, which also took out my TV. Just blasted my TV. TV's dead, just like my computer's dead, and they're dead the same way. Okay, so this is, and what's in here are my very expensive and some rare crystals with copper and some stainless steel in a glass votive. Okay. Which my oversoul guided me to throw together immediately when that incident happened. But I have to make another one, which I'm going to post a video below, which is made, the structure is the same way, but different materials, still with the copper and stainless steel, but with regular stones, different stones and rocks, not my expensive crystals. I just had to put this together because I didn't have the materials handy. My oversoul said this will do and hold it and hold you down until you're able to make the actual, as my oversoul referred to it, Organite tower, to disrupt the energy that's being blasted, that was blasted through my Wi-Fi in order to take out my electronics and to also disrupt my even my phone. Like, I was having problem getting phone service in my apartment too, and it never did before. So it was to do that. Okay, now this is, like I said, I'm uncomfortable with this type of stuff. But now is the time that I have to share this information and, not just keep it to myself. And I just have to be more comfortable with this type of stuff because it's for a time such as this, okay? And, yeah. So, all right, let's start with what happened starting at 11:30. I did have a psychic attack that came after me. I had that, and it was to disrupt me from sharing this information. But the way the psychic let's backtrack. The reason why I was able to have a psychic attack was because I dropped my vibration. Like I said, we haven't completely anchored in the 5D energies into Gaia. They're not that stable the way it was shown to me. It's not stable. So those of us forerunners who are working with with 5D energies, we oscillate back and forth between upper 4 and 5D. And I oscillated because I had financial worries on my head. Okay, that's what caused me to oscillate. And I went to sleep with this worry. And so I was vulnerable. And the upper 4D malevolent beings, like I call them, very sophisticated, they're very self. They don't come jumping at you like dark figures and beings or anything like that. What came through my computer and TV is completely different. Those are humans who work for them, who are, doing things via, electricity, who are coming at you, with their sophisticated, quote unquote, equipment and whatever, that kind of garbage. But these are the actual beings that the malevolent beings themselves, when you get psychically attacked and stuff like that. So the way they come at me, like I said, they're not the dark figures anymore. That hasn't happened in a long time. It's very sophisticated. It's always some very handsome, suave, debonair man trying to sweep me off my feet and distract me. And while this man is trying to distract me, I felt very clearly while laying in that bed, something just sucking the energy out of the back of my head and trying to, literally felt this pressure pushing into the back of my head. And then this other energy pushing off my left arm, like somebody was stabbing, like trying to shove something up my hand, up my arm. It was painful to the point where I was like shaking, while he was trying to distract me and talk to me like, oh, don't you know me? I'm your soulmate. I mean, just very suave. And I was like, I know this is not real. And then I heard my soul star family say, put your left hand on your heart, your right hand on your forehead, and take the light from your upper heart chakra, take it to your third eye and expand it, which is what I did. And immediately that pressure in the back of my head and that suctioning feeling stopped. That entity disappeared. I was out of the ethereal realm. I was back in my room, but I still felt that sharp pain going up my arm. So I sent the light from my heart down my arm, and I said, I'm sending you back from where you came. And it went away. And then everything was normal again. So that was actually the end of everything I went through last night. I did a lot of timeline jumping and remote viewing. And like I've mentioned in the past, when I remote view and the timeline jumping, it's not personal. Rarely is it personal. Rarely. It's usually about the collective, about taking down, negative timelines and, so collapsing negative timelines and sharpening others to the positive ones, and opening the way. I mean, that's what I usually do. Like I say, I'm a foot soldier in the whole deal. The whole timeline jumping thing and all that. So the remote viewing I had yesterday showed me exactly how my electronics were taken out. And this is the awkward part. Like, that's not awkward enough. I was also shown how it's connected to the wildfires going on in California. And I was shown exactly how they did it. And I was taken to where they did it. And it's electrical, it's these laser and electrical type pulses that are sent through your Wi-Fi. And they use those 5D towers to send those pulses, those electrical pulses through. And that is why I was shown how they were doing it. And I was shown how it came into somebody's house and literally blasted the house, and the house just burst into flames, and how the person's mailbox was still left standing. And I was shown that to show how it came through. And it's also via the smart meters too. But those homes who don't have smart meters, they get you via the Wi-Fi. So either way, they're trying to get you, and they send that electrical pulse and they literally blow your house up. And also why those cars were burnt up and blown up and people burnt to death while driving away. And then you don't see anywhere around them. The forest is not burnt up around them at all. And they're trying to call it a campfire. That's how they minimize shit, you know? That's how they get you, right? Using their bullshit words. The Wi-Fi in their car, it comes through their car, it comes through their phone. So, and I was told a long time ago, I was shown to always turn off my Wi-Fi if I'm not using it on my phone, which I do. I always turn off my Wi-Fi. Rarely do I have my Wi-Fi on my phone on. And I was shown how the orgonite disrupts that pulse, that energy pulse from coming in. It literally disrupts it, like it disbands it. My oversoul and my soul star family, they always have me do things, and then later on I'll know why I'm doing it. So I've actually, it's been a few years since I've had orgonite in my car. I was shown a few years ago to keep orgonite in my car, which I always had it hanging on me. And then when I was working in interventional radiology, I had one always around my neck going in because of all the things I was going through in there. And try to have one always on my person. So I always had orgonite around for the past 3 years. But I was never shown why and what's going on. I was always told, for protection. I wasn't given detail like this. And back in August, I was shown a clear vision, and I had a remote viewing of my sister, my younger sister in New York, the elemental soul one, making orgonite. Now in passing, I've told her, oh yeah, look at my orgonite, this one. I was like, I got that one. We never went into the whole orgonite thing. She never had an orgonite. We never discussed it in detail or anything like that. But I had a remote viewing of her making orgonite, and I saw the energy coming up from Gaia through her while she was making the orgonite, charging the orgonite. And this is before she told me how that elemental goddess came to her and told her it was time for her to talk to time for her to connect to the elders, the earth elders, that they were waiting for her. That just happened last week. But I always knew she was elemental soul and a light worker. She just wasn't, quote unquote, convinced. She would say, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. Now she's convinced. But back to the story of her making orgonite. So I saw her making the orgonite. So the next day I called her up, and as I was calling her, I was like, hey, what's up? And before I even talked about the orgonite, she goes, oh, I did something really cool yesterday, day before. And they're finally finished. I made these orgonite pyramids. I don't know what drew me to make them. I kept thinking of you while making it. And she goes, but something told me to start making them. And I was like, holy crap. And I explained to her why, and why I had to come through her, because her energy had to go into it. She still wasn't convinced until last week when the elemental goddess came and saw her. But she was like, okay, fine, I'll make them. So I gave her some money to make some for me and the rest of the family. So I gave them out to the rest of the family, still not knowing why. Because again, remember, this did not happen yet. This happened back in August with me telling her to make the orgonite pyramids to give out to everyone. And I took my own personal orgonite that I used to wear around my neck. I gave it to my son so he could have. So, yeah. Orgonite's very important right now, which is also why they're making people take down orgonite Etsy shops. That's been going on for months now. People who were making their organites and selling them at Etsy, they're closing down their Etsy shops, saying that they can't have them. And I actually saw one because I was going to go buy an orgonite from them, and it said shop closed. And then I was reading the explanation talking about how it's they're comparing it to nuclear energy. They know. Ain't that a bitch? So, they're rats. They're rats in a corner. They're fighting like rats in a trap. We got them we got them cornered. They got nothing. They have nowhere to go. They know they're completely exposed, and they're going to do everything they can to try to maintain their world. They're fighting for their survival. They're literally fighting for their survival. Okay? So that's why you can't do it out of hate. It comes from a neutral place, and just know, okay, you're fighting for your survival, but you know what? It's time for you to go, because what you've been doing has been causing a lot of suffering, and we just ain't on that page. So therefore, go find your own timeline. We're kicking you out. We're taking you down. We're dismantling you, and we're building in love in 5D. That's it. Plain and simple. And it's very important not to pour anger, because I know there's a lot of anger out there when it comes to light workers who feel like they've been duped into doing shit, especially guys who've been in the military. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe I was part of this crap. I fought for this garbage. Get over it. Get over it, get over it, get over it. Do not feed your energy into them. Go from the now, the present. And the present is you're fully awakened, and your job is to anchor in that 5D energy and to Sherpa the way. That's it, you know? And the way it was shown to me very clearly why they're fighting so fiercely now is because by the end of this year, pretty much 5D energy will be anchored into Gaia, and the timeline split will start happening, and they don't want that. They want to keep everything low. They don't want us to spiral up. They don't want that spiraling up, that vortexing up. They want to keep us vortexing down. So that's why they're fighting like rats in a trap. Okay, so that's what you have to understand. They're fighting like rats in a trap. And also when it comes to the Organite, you could make or get for real cheap online tower busters. And I had mentioned in the past that I had that remote viewing where those 5D towers that are being built right in especially minority school neighborhoods, where I saw that energy blasting into the kids and literally melting their brains and them having nosebleeds and just dying and stuff. You know, that's what I saw. You know, let's stop that timeline. Let's throw some tower busters over there. Okay, especially by the schools. So that's something I have to start doing again. So I'm going to be ordering those and start doing them again. And I'm going to put the links to the 2 videos on how to make these Organite towers, okay, for your home. And when you make one, they're very powerful. If you put them in front of your home or in the back of your home, or, you know, I live in a condo, so I'm just going to have it on my patio and make a big one. It's actually going to cover your entire building. It will help your entire building, your entire area. Let's form a grid. You know, let's form a grid. This is why they're taking down those Organite shops. They don't want this happening. But we could do this. We got this. This is why we're light warriors, okay? Let's form that grid. Let's keep it up. I mean, let's strengthen it so you could really anchor in those 5D energies. This is part of what we're here for. Okay, the other things I was seeing besides those wildfires and why they're being caused, there's 2 other controversial things that I'm going to talk about now that I was shown very clearly and put in the midst of via remote viewing, is those so-called caravans of quote-unquote migrants. They're not migrants, okay? Those kids, and I knew this from the get-go. I knew this I was shown immediately. I just didn't say anything. And it sickens me that on my Facebook, I see people who I thought were who are intelligent people who are actually falling for this hook, line, and sinker. They're taking those women and children and they're putting them up front. Literally, like, they're hiding behind those women and children. It's an army and it's an invasion. It's an attempted invasion to literally disrupt and collapse this country. And what's behind it is very evil, extremely, like the rest of it. It's all the same. It's all one. The same ones doing that are the same ones doing the wildfires, are the same ones who are right now via sonic, and I saw them in a remote view with the sonic equipment to cause the fault line between, now I'm starting to shake because I'm thinking about it, the fault lines between Hawaii and California, especially Northern California, to slip and cause a massive tsunami. Okay? They're really trying to wipe out California, that part of California, because there's things there that they want and need. It has to do with natural minerals, gold, shit like that. Also, that's why they did that to Haiti. That earthquake in Haiti was via sonic. And it's because they were trying to get to the gold and the other minerals in Haiti. Haiti has the largest, too many people don't know this. They think Haiti is so poor. Remember, everything is turned topsy-turvy. If they say poor, it's the opposite. They're the richest. Haiti has the richest deposits of gold and other precious materials and minerals that they want. That is why they did that to Haiti. Okay? And in the Western Hemisphere, I should say, not in the world, but in the Western Hemisphere, that is why they did that. That is why they've been raping Haiti and bringing Haiti down. And right off the west coast of Haiti, where I was born, they've been drilling for almost 20 freaking years now, trying to get to the oil because it's the richest oil deposit in the Western Hemisphere, right off the western coast of Haiti, where I was born. And I was shown very clearly in a remote view what they were doing, why they were doing it, and how our soul star families, they're up there, they're literally putting a barrier and not allowing them to get to that oil. They're stopping them. That's why they haven't been able to get to it. No matter how much they drill, they have not been able to get to that oil deposit. So that's that. And yeah, I told you guys about the tsunami. And it's all sonic induced. All this shit is sonic induced. And all those shootings going on right now is just number one, distraction, and number two, blood sacrifice, and number three, to also drum up more fear so they could keep that fear 3D timeline that is collapsed up. They're trying to do their best to save their asses. They're trying to save their asses. They don't want to give up. They thought they were going to do it quietly and stealth, but it ain't going down like that. They were called out. Their veil is exposed. So now they're in our faces fighting it. But many humans have not woken up yet. The human souls still have not woken up yet. Unfortunately, they still have not woken up. But they will. They will. And it's going to be an ugly, 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 ugly scene when they do. So, light warriors, that's what we're here for. We're here to shed the light, the true light, because remember, on top of everything they're doing with the fear, remember their formula. It's been their formula for millennia. Problem, reaction, solution. They're creating all this problem and havoc. Then there comes their false light Messiah, which they have been in your face for a while, showing that it's coming. Let's keep it smart now. We know what's going on. I don't want to use certain trigger words because, my videos are monitored and taken down, and, they watch my videos. So I'm not, anyone who has trigger words are susceptible to them messing with. I don't want to be fucked with. So I'm not going to mention it. So that's why I go roundabout way of saying things. I don't want to use trigger words. But we all know it's been in our faces about their whole, false light Messiah, problem, reaction, solution. They're going to try to give a solution. And those who pick that solution, who don't wake up, they're the ones who are spiraling down. Those of us who see through the bullshit, who have been seeing through the bullshit, and the human souls that finally awaken and pick the higher timeline, hey, we go spiraling up. Okay, we get to build it with 5D energies. All right, so, all right, I got that off my chest. Okay. And, yeah, moral of the story, make some organite, get some organite, put it around. I will be posting those two links in my description box. And if you see this video somewhere else, you can go to Higher Realm Holistics. That is my channel. And you could see those links in the description box. And yeah, I do offer services of spiritual guidance and counsel, and I'm a certified holistic integrative holistic health nurse and ascension guide. And I have webinars, and I'll be putting some meditations too up on my channel, my website, higherrealmholistics.com. Okay, everyone, have a happy Thanksgiving. Keep up the good work, light warriors. You know, do your due diligence, which we are. Keep doing your due diligence by anchoring those 5D energies. And just because you slip up doesn't make you awful, doesn't make you a failure. God knows I you know, with the financial woes and worries, yeah, I did. You know, I dropped my frequency. And it happens. And whatever, you just get up, you brush yourself off, and you keep going. You know, you don't fall into despair, because that's part of fear, and that's part of the energy they use to keep you down. We cannot be kept down now. We can't afford to be kept down. All right. Love and light. Lady V out. Namaste.